Adamera Minerals Corp in the news recently. That's ADZ on the Toronto Venture Exchange, DDNFF, the OTC markets in the States. They're doing some exploration on the Buckhorn 2.0 and Cook Mountain gold projects in Washington. Here to lay out some of the details, CEO Mark Kolebaba. Mark, appreciate you spending the time here. I know it's been a while since we spoke, and I certainly want to get into your exploration details here, what you're going to accomplish. Before we do that, catch investors up on what Adamera has been up to in 2020, a challenging year for most. How'd you guys end up?
Yeah, as you said, we've had a couple of tough years here. So going back to last year, January 20th, we signed a deal with Hochschild. We had pretty big plans to start drilling, but then COVID came along, and we were completely locked down in Canada. We couldn't cross the border until June. Things were locked down pretty heavily in Washington. So in that period of time, we had a lot of time on our hands, and we started looking at other things we might do, and that's a period where we started making a plan to pick up additional ground on the Buckhorn area. So once things opened up in June, we hit the ground running. We staked a very big block, 9,000 acres of ground around the Buckhorn mine that Kinross closed in 2017, and we started doing an IP survey for Hochschild, and that kept us going right until about November. So we defined the targets. We spent the winter modeling the targets. We did a lot of inversions. We look at everything now in 3D. We looked at the IP, the resistivity, the mag against the geological model that we've built and with the geochemistry, and we really firmed up these targets. So this year, fast forwarding to March, we now have a budget to drill these targets, and I'm now on site looking at different sites and different targets and making sure that our permits are intact, and we're going to start around between the 15th of April and May 1st.
So what are the details on the program then, Mark?
We signed a contract with a drilling company. We've got it's for a minimum of 3,000 meters. So our budget is for 3,000 meters with a contingency for another 500, but the partner has cash in stores for success. So we've got a pretty good program ahead of us. Probably 10 to 12 holes, and probably starting on Lamefoot, moving to Goodfoot South, and then up to Overlook, and all those projects are part of the Cook Mountain project. And then what I didn't talk about just now is what we do on Buckhorn. Late last year, we did some literally data mining, going through a geologist's garage, looking at some of the old data that he had, and we came across an interesting target that was drilled back in probably the early 90s, and they intersected 9 grams per ton gold in a drill hole over 7.6 meters. So that's giving us a really good target. We're waiting for the snow to melt. We're going to hit that really hard with soil geochemistry, mag, and IP, and we want to see where the mineralization associated with that drill hole would be trending within the data, and then we'll come back and hit that. We've submitted a permit for that, and we're expecting that sometime in June probably to be completed.
Okay, well, we'll certainly look forward to checking back in. And that was Mark Kolebaba. He's the CEO of Adamera Minerals, ADZ, Toronto Venture Exchange, DDNFF, OTC markets in the States. And again, we'll look forward to checking back in when Adamera has some more news to report.